Catch a man a fish, and you can sell it to him. Teach a man to fish, and you ruin a wonderful business opportunity. Capital is dead labor, which, vampire-like, lives only by sucking living labor, and lives the more labor it sucks. The theory of the communists may be summed up in the single sentence: abolition of private property. The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles. Workers of the world unite, you have nothing to lose but your chains. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. The philosophers have only interpreted the world, in various ways. The point is to change it. The production of too many useful things results in too many useless people. Surround yourself with people who make you happy. People who make you laugh, who help you when you're in need. The oppressed are allowed once every few years to decide which particular representatives of the oppressing class are to represent and repress them. A specter is haunting Europe, the specter of communism. History repeats itself, first as tragedy, second as farce. The rich will do anything for the poor but get off their backs. Surplus wealth is a sacred trust which its possessor is bound to administer in his lifetime for the good of the community. Sell a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you ruin a wonderful business opportunity. The theory of the communists may be summed up in the single sentence: abolition of private property. Revolutions are the locomotives of history. Social progress can be measured by the social position of the female sex. The oppressed are allowed once every few years to decide which particular representatives of the oppressing class are to represent and repress them. Religion is the impotence of the human mind to deal with occurrences it cannot understand. The first requisite for the happiness of the people is the abolition of religion. Freedom is always and exclusively freedom for the one who thinks differently. Capitalism is like a sorcerer who is no longer able to control the powers of the netherworld whom he has called up by a spell. The ruling ideas are nothing more than the ideal expression of the dominant material relationships. The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles. Men's ideas are the most direct emanations of their material state. The more I worked on the philosophy of right, the more I saw the extent to which the real basis of its mysticism is to be found in religion. The bureaucracy is a circle from which no one can escape. Its hierarchy is a hierarchy of knowledge. The tradition of all the dead generations weighs like a nightmare on the brains of the living. Nothing can have value without being an object of utility. To be radical is to grasp things by the root. Necessity is blind until it becomes conscious. Freedom is the consciousness of necessity. The ideas of the ruling class are in every epoch the ruling ideas. The bourgeoisie has stripped of its halo every occupation hitherto honored and looked up to with reverent awe.